I'm here with our new chief, Todd Dodge.
Hello.
Here he is, full in effect, and we have some questions for him today. So, Todd, I'm going to make this very plain and simple for you, not painful, okay? I already know that you already answered the first question I had as far as how long have you been a police officer. You already said 3 decades.
I'm in my 27th year, so yeah, close to 3 decades of policing, all here in Greenfield.
So what does that feel like when you say that?
I'm old.
You're old?
And I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready for this position because I've literally gone through just about every position in this agency. So I've started out as a reserve officer, quickly transferred into the full-time patrol. I was promoted up through the ranks. So after, in my 27th year, close to 3 decades, seeing this department from all angles, getting to know the community so well, I feel I'm very ready for this. So.
He's ready, guys. You hear that? He's ready. So what changes are in the works for the community in which you are now serving?
Well, if any, I hope they're all good. So my main intent since I started about 7 months ago is to bridge the gaps of communication between the police department and the community. I see nothing but good things that can come of that. We were kind of closed door, in my opinion, for quite a while. So we're opening those doors. We're showing up at meetings, we're showing up at events, and we want to learn from the community what they want to see. So we have some ideas, but the real answers are in the community members, and they're going to teach us.
Okay, and I will let you know that this was not rehearsed, so therefore Chief Dodge is like reading my mind or whatever he's doing because he's like jumping, answering questions he's not supposed to be answering, but that's okay. We're just going to continue.
Clairvoyancy.
So do you have other plans for increased community policing with the next 3, 6, 9, or up to a year that you'd like to talk about? Like anything?
And then, we're hoping to get our downtown substation actually renovated. That turned into a bigger project than we had hoped. But even if it's not, we have 2 officers currently in training right now who, once out on what we call solo patrol, they're going to fill patrol spots and then free up our downtown community officers. So, and I'm hoping that's within a month or 2. And then by the first of the year, we're thinking because we're hiring our last that we need. By the first of the year, I think we'll have both of our downtown community officers walking Main Street and getting to know that beat area really well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And now that you're talking about fully staffed, I know you spoke with me in detail some time ago on how you're looking to change the appearance of the Greenfield Police Department by opening up to more people of color, etc. Can you go in detail regarding some of the ways you have done this or ways you're planning to achieve this goal?
Again, we want to be loud. We want to be loud about it. We want to market our openings, and I ask for everybody's help. I've explained to many before, including City Council, Public Safety, Mayor's Office, this isn't our police department. This is all of our police department. Therefore, recruiting belongs to everybody.
Yes.
And if we truly want to get to a point where our police department properly represents Greenfield, I need everybody's help. Right now, if I'm to guess, it's predominantly white, and that would lead me, if I'm not white, to be a little bit apprehensive about it. I'm here to say, don't be. We need people here. We need every walk of life in this police department. I'm proud to say we just hired our first openly trans individual. She's given me permission to say that. I don't joke. I'm not playing around with that stuff. I truly believe a police department that properly represents its community is the best police department. We don't have that right now.
And not only that, but a man who sticks by his words. And this is that man. Now, what does this pinning and honorary recognition personally mean to you?
It means a lot. Primarily my grandson having the opportunity to actually do the pinning. It pulls the family together. It helps them celebrate another monumental move in my career. But also, it's an opportunity for the community to come and talk. Like I said, I'm thankful to the mayor, to President Bottomley, Dave Mascaratolo, and the rest of the public safety commission. Anybody talking? Lieutenant Green did a fantastic job. My department is amazing. That's who we are. So this is representative of that. It's a big deal. It really is a big deal, and I'm not going to take that for granted. So this is good.
I love that. We're almost done. 2 more questions and ice cream party. Now, do you have any ideas? This is just an open-ended question, okay? how we as a community can come together in unity in such a divisive political atmosphere.
Again, we all have to let our guards down a little bit towards the upper, if that's acceptable to say. Okay, if you make it in its simplest forms, for the longest time, it's us versus them. It's police and us. It's us and the police. That's got to stop. And until we can do that, and until we break down those barriers, a lot of which is, like I said, that's why we got Maria as a police-civilian liaison. We need more of those. I'm hoping to expand that. And once someone knows something about something, it's less scary, right? So we need to learn each other better, and there's only one way to do that is through exposure. So we need to talk. We need to get involved together.
Absolutely.
Stop being afraid of each other. Let's make things happen.
Let's make it happen. Moving mountains. Last question, is there anything else you would like our viewers to know about Chief Dodge?
Small town boy. Every minute of my police experience has been on the streets of Greenfield. Every single minute. I'm from this area. I care about this area. I have family in this area. As you can see, my grandson pinned me. I want this place to be a great place to live. I think it is a great place to live. So we're just going to make it better and better and better. But I can't do it alone. I need everybody to help me.
It's a community. If there's no unity, we cannot have a community. And you heard it here first on Moving Mountains Media with my friend, Chief Dodge.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
See you next time. You too.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Todd M. Dodge,
I, Todd M. Dodge,
do solemnly swear and affirm that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform the duties incumbent upon me as the Chief of Police in the City of Greenfield in good faith and to the best of my ability. I, Todd M. Dodge, promise to impart my professional standards of quality and integrity so that the confidence of the affairs of my office shall be above reproach and merit public confidence in the position of Chief of Police. I, Todd M. Dodge, do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the ordinances of the City of Greenfield. So help me God. Congratulations.
Yes, okay.
I just read your notes again.
Those are babies.
See, he's always running and stuff. You can't stop, huh? No breaks. Okay. Again, thanks everybody for coming. This is amazing. I couldn't imagine anything like this. I want to thank Judy and Janine. I know Janine was helping in the background trying to get this squared away. They're working behind the scenes as they commonly do to make this event happen. Much appreciated. Great job. I want to thank Matt Conway for creating a banner to advertise the event. And I apologize to everybody that I'm not actually the guy in it. That was a 20-year younger version of me, but so I apologize for that. But good pick. Thank God for file photos. It is me, believe it or not. It's not Photoshop, filter, or a glamour shot. It's just a Sergeant Dodge. Thanks to my honor guard, Sergeant Burlington, honor guard. Appreciate Lieutenant Green emceeing the event. He did very good, contrary to what I assumed. He's not good at public speaking, nor am I. Almost 3 decades ago, I became a police officer for the town of Greenfield. Obviously, things were very different back then. Back then, for police, training was very short. Basically, a couple weeks, and then you're out on your own, figure it out. Expectations were high, not necessarily with respect to police work, more so in the area of obedience. You must listen to your senior officers and your supervisors. That's basically how it was back then. Calls were rushed by supervisors. Hurry up, move on. And again, back then it was a time of quantity over quality. Now today we've grown into a big city. Training is much, much longer and standardized. That's a very good thing. Officers take more time on calls, and de-escalation attempts are mandatory, and they're no longer an option. It is now quality over quantity, and we will continue to push in this direction. It makes sense for us. Mental health has become a primary focus, not only in the field, but also for our very own officers. This is another really good thing. Oftentimes on calls, when we have some major incidents, it's what our supervisors' first thoughts are. Let's protect not only the people in the field, but also our officers. So it's a good change for us. Why did I become a police officer to begin with? Well, among other things, conversations with my big brother Chip made it clear that this profession was far more rewarding and exciting than factory work. I had my first child, Ethan, and wanted a career he could be proud of. I wanted to make things happen, not just make products for consumers. My second child, Avery, was born about a week after I graduated from the police academy. Therefore, they have both been a cop's kid their entire lives. Sorry about that, kiddos. Policing at the time was a highly respected profession back in the 90s. First day out, I realized this was a job I always wanted, and I never knew it. I just knew I wanted to get out of that factory. I was meant to do this type of work. The first call I went on was with Kevin Rowell, and that left me with a permanent smile on my face the minute those blue lights came on. I knew at that moment, I'm doing the right thing. This is what I always wanted to do. And I've been on so many calls since that day. I've seen people at their worst, and I've offered help. I've seen people at their best, and I've offered congratulations. I've watched some take their last breaths, despite rescue attempts. I've watched as breaths were returned to others because of rescue attempts. Police work is an emotional roller coaster ride, and I would choose this profession over and over again if I was to go back in time and do things over again. In 2007, I was promoted to sergeant and quickly realized I loved it. I was honored to receive that promotion from Chief David Gilbo, a true friend and mentor. Leadership, mentorship, and team building seemed to be my thing. Who knew? 2011, again in 2021, I was promoted to lieutenant and learned the depths of the administrative end of the police operation. Again, I was honored and I loved it. Also seemed to be my thing. Quite honestly, regardless of what rank I was at any point in time in my career, it always felt right, like the right place for me. I've always been proud to just be here, and I just love the job. Throughout my career, the PD experienced some serious ups and downs. In a short period, we had upwards of 5 different chiefs of police, and I had many other bosses. I took something from every supervisor I'd ever worked for. But the most lessons I took, the best lessons I ever took was from the people I actually supervised. Those were the best lessons I had ever learned. That's when true learning comes in. Personally, I didn't agree with the style of many of my past supervisors, but I respected them nonetheless. It's a tough job, and personalities vary. All I could do is take the best qualities from each and try to implement them as my own. We all know what goes on in the country, and it pains me to hear our department at times get criticized for or feared for things we've never done. In fact, nobody gets angrier than our officers when other officers across the country are reckless and violate the public's trust. This is an absolute certainty. It's the most frustrating things for us. We are good people. The men and women who make up this department are fantastic people, and all of them have nothing but good intentions. They're educated people, they're family people. It seems there are people who simply dislike the police for no legitimate reason other than to spread hatred and divisiveness, and I have no solutions for them. I believe we do have solutions for those who are open-minded enough to listen and participate in collaborations with us, and I will take any amount of time needed to make those happen. I will fight to ensure we are open-minded. Do we make mistakes? Of course we do. To err is human, and contrary to what some think, we are just that. We're human. My promise? We'll work quickly to identify and correct our mistakes, and we'll be transparent about the entire process. We get nowhere by running and hiding from our problems, and that only tends to dig a deeper hole for us. We will take steps to be inclusive and progressive. All should feel comfortable working here, and all should feel comfortable offering their opinion as to how to do this properly. That includes you, community members. We will listen to you and work with you if you listen to us and work with us as well. Together, we'll make the Greenfield Police Department an agency that best fits the needs of this community. I want to acknowledge the other department heads with whom I quickly developed very productive relationships with. I look forward to our continued teamwork. I want to acknowledge Mayor DeSorger for believing in me. It will not soon be forgotten, and it certainly will not be taken for granted. I want to acknowledge my family, dad and moms. They are responsible, or to blame, for who I've become. Good and bad, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. Things weren't always easy. In fact, things at times were seemingly impossible, but we made it, and we made it together. I learned a lot of life lessons from them. I want to thank my brother Chip for planting this seed to begin with. Thanks for that. He's always been my big brother, and Chip is a true leader of men. To my children, I love you more than I can put into words. And you've taken almost the entire ride with me, including riding on the police Harley many, many times. Shh. If it wasn't for you, I truly don't believe I would ever fought back from adversity quite so hard or quite so quickly. You propelled me forward without even knowing it. Silas, my main man, my pride and joy and the light of my life. Papa loves you, and I love that you're proud of your papa for being a police officer and now chief. I love that you dress up like a police officer at Halloween. I love you, little man. Jody, all I can say is I can't believe you made it this far. You've been through a lot, and I apologize for the ups and downs, and thank you for your patience and understanding. Being a public servant / first responder significant other is no easy undertaking. To the men and women of the Greenfield Police Department, past and present, I love all of you like family because that is truly what you are. We've argued and fought, and we've laughed and cried together. I've learned so much from each one of you, and I hope you've gotten the same from me. Now it's time to get down to business and do the work. We're not only going to say it, we're also going to get it done. Onward and upward. Thank you very much.